Right. Okay, guys. Welcome to Bristol.
Hello.
Welcome home, Becky.
Yes.
We're honorary Bristolian as well.
Round the corner.
We spoke earlier. We caught up with Sam and Becky downstairs, but just in terms of the tour at the moment, you guys have sold out tonight.
Yeah.
You sold out at least 3 other venues.
Yeah.
You're pretty much at capacity for everything else that's on the tour.
Yeah.
That must feel fantastic.
It's nuts.
Oh yeah.
We were saying like last year it was so much harder. Like last year before we had his new album out, it was like difficult, wasn't it?
Oh yeah.
Getting like to this point. It's just weird how fast like you get. It jumps from like 20 people coming to your gigs, then it starts selling out, and then people go, "Oh, who are these?" All of a sudden they're selling out, and we're all of a sudden.
So people see the sold out thing and they think, "Oh, I've got to go see them now."
Yeah,
It's-
it's got kudos attached to it, hasn't
they
it?
go,
Whatever way.
Oh, we didn't get tickets, and it's like.
I suppose you've done a couple of festivals as well now, and that's where generally bands that I end up going to see live in my own city are bands that I've caught at festivals for like 10 minutes, 20 minutes. Like, right, name in the phone, remembering those, download the music, off to see them at the next gig.
Yeah. Do people do that? Because I just think
100%.
people get pissed and they watch and then they'll go, oh, they were good. Can't remember what they were called.
Yeah, don't get me wrong, I've lost a few phones that way as well. Just like drops in the mud and stuff like that, but generally that's how I've recovered it.
Oh, you sounded great, lads. I mean, I was getting sick in a bin at the time, but so good.
Yeah.
So is tour life something you enjoy, being out on the road, or is it kind of a grind?
Yeah, I enjoy it. I enjoy it, and I don't enjoy it, but I enjoy not enjoying it as well. Like I was saying, I like moaning.
We don't enjoy him not enjoying it because he's a moaner.
Right, so it's better to keep you on. So just keep him happy,
Yeah,
and the whole tour goes.
I'm in a good mood today though. So
this is good.
there's been no moaning whatsoever. Lauren's done the most moaning today.
Because your music in the van.
So you're all in the same van together, basically.
Most of the time, yeah.
Who's the untidy one? There's only one. Right. So you moan and you're the untidy one.
Yeah,
So do you moan about your own mess?
I'm a fucking
He
nightmare.
stinks.
I do. I stink. I fucking make a mess. I'm a nightmare to be around.
Yeah.
So why the fuck am I in the band?
Why is he in the band?
He's alright drumming.
He's alright. You're alright. Okie dokie. And in terms of if we skip forward, so we know the tour's gone really well. If we go to 2025, you want the world, you've got the world, you've conquered the world. Gretl Fest is now a thing. Okay, you can book 4 bands, 1 each. Who are you going to book to appear at your festival?
Smaller bands, underground bands,
Whoever you want.
Whoever.
Got to pick some small ones.
I'd have
Well, you're the headliner, so everybody's going to be small.
I'd pick Nova Twins. I'd have them Nova Twins.
Oh,
Okay, that's a new one for me.
Yeah, they always check them out. They're really good.
Yeah, no tins are brilliant.
I'd have a Voodoo. You heard of them? Yeah, they're really cool. Like, I don't know how to describe them. It's just really like really interesting, like beats and like this amazing front woman who's just like Aretha Franklin fronting some like groovy, like heavy stuff, like very.
Okay, that's
like a little 3-piece. So they don't have a bass player, but I don't know.
Are you auditioning?
Yeah. But no, the sounds they make is just amazing. It's really cool.
Awesome. Okay, what about you guys?
I'd pick The Descendants because they're my favourite band. But if they were busy, I'd pick Brooders. They're like a local band to us. They're Leeds, and like I listen to their shit all the time, and I really one of the few bands where like there's not a bad song. Like, they're a really good band.
Sure.
Great live.
Brothers do rock. See, I was kind of going to do Brothers, so you stole the answer.
Nah.
I'll just go surely by 2025 we'll have mastered genetics. They'll reclone Kurt Cobain. I'll go with Nirvana again.
They're on the Legends stage, to bring people in on the Sunday. If you can't have Kylie, you're going to have Nirvana. Right, okay.
But like, I don't know, like Jesus as a guest vocalist. I should assume you can get any with the band because
And I was speaking to Matt Drake from Cinema Psycho a couple of weeks ago, and those guys are at a really interesting point now, which is they've swelled their ground base to such an extent that they're getting pressure now to sort of have their music be a little bit more commercial, a little bit more radio friendly. Just 1 or 2 tracks just to lure people in, and is that something that you guys are worried about, that you're going to struggle, because you have got a unique sound, it's very you. And I know it's obviously, in terms of lyrically and stuff like that, you guys are very sort of demanding on what you say is the way you say it.
I think it's a bit hard because when we've put things forward before, like some people, it's like a weird genre where it's too soft for like a metal radio station, and then it's too heavy for like a more pop radio station. But I'm not sure because I'm not too scared of like catchy riffs or catchy vocal melodies. it's just a certain commercial music that I hate, and I feel like if that's what we had to do, then we'd not enjoy it anymore. So I think it's just.
I don't think there's anything wrong with fucking melody.
Yeah, that's the thing.
It
Like,
gets overlooked
you
a
can
lot.
get melody, but then there's that certain style a lot of bands do, and it's just that right annoying, catchy, shitty sound. But I think you can get like a poppy production. I think we're getting there.
I think I'd say there's definitely that maturity in the new album compared to Burn the Beauty Queen. You can see it. I'll refer to it in the gig review as well. There is that one or two tracks that you could easily, you're going to easily listen to on the radio as you're driving around in the car. It's just got that vibe to it.
Yeah.
So I suppose the only thing, obviously, are you quite fierce about your independence, your creative style? Because I know you guys, from doing your own merch, or directing your own videos, you're very involved in your style, the way you come across. Is that something that you're keen to keep sort of locked down?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Definitely.
I think if we were moulded or changed, I mean, it happens to bands. I think you get to a point where you're doing your own thing and people are taking notice, and the labels will think what they're doing is working, and we'll sign them for what they're doing because it's working. You're selling tickets, but when you're an independent band, you just started out. If someone signs you, they're just going to be like, right, scrap that. This is what we want you to be.
People can tell straight away if they've grown up like listening to a band and they've seen the merch and they like the merch and everything, and then it all just changes.
All the fans will be like,
then they're going to feel like the band in their back pocket is just like disappeared.
Well, some of the biggest bands, like Fall Out Boy and people like that, have suffered with exactly that thing, the whole sellout thing.
I mean, sometimes you've got to play the game, but there's there's always compromise.
The fine line, isn't it?
Yeah, so you guys will always try and have a say, basically, and it will be rejected otherwise. In terms of lyrics, some of your lyrics are quite strong and are quite in your face, unapologetic about certain subjects that are very of now, sort of mental health and loneliness and controlling relationships, that sort of thing. Is that more drawn on personal experience, or is that something that you've basically just, there are areas that you guys feel passionate about?
Bit of both, I think. Like, a lot of them are personal that I've written, majority. But then other things have been like, if I've been around someone else. Like, I do write a lot about relationships from when I was younger, because like now I don't feel like that, but I write a lot from how I used to feel, or I'll write about like somebody I know who's suffering with this. They don't have like the same outlet as me, where I can write a song and they can't write a song. And sometimes when you're a friend to someone and they're telling you how they feel, it's like you feel like you take on as a friend, and it's like you can write for them. So I'm like a diary, really.
Yeah, I mean that comes quite well. Bedroom Sessions is a perfect example of that. Some of the sort of lyrics in that seemed very sort of close to home, and you could tell it was from sort of a personal point of view as well. In terms of those lyrics and sort of going through your sort of social media comments and things like that, reading the comments over the last couple of weeks, I've noticed there's a lot of people that basically seem to have an affinity with the lyrics, what you're saying. It seems to be helping them. Are you quite proud that something that you've created is having such a positive impact on so many people?
It's so much better than getting played on radio.
Yeah.
Infinitely.
Yeah, you've just got that immediate feedback and that buzz from knowing that you are actually affecting people's lives.
You get played on radio and you're like, what did they say about us? And they put it on and they're like, here's a new song from Hands Off Gretel. And that's it. And you're like,
no emotional attachment
at all. You aim to be played on radio, and you aim for these people to take notice, like these people that are like these big, you should impress me men. And like you wait for them to be impressed, and like a lot of the time they're not. They're just kind of putting a playlist on, and it's just like quite drip fed. But then you get a message from someone who will message you like, "This has changed my life. This is this." Like how much it means to them. That's so much more important.
I think music has done that since like the dawn of man. Like since we've been able to hit things, it's been an outlet for people to like forget about their shitty day.
The way you took that rock.
Yeah. The amount of bad days that Slipknot in the heaviest have got me through.
Exactly. I think everybody's the same. It's a human emotion, and music kind of helps people through that.
In terms of the social media, I've commented on your posts actually before. You guys are really active across the board, be it Instagram, Facebook, and things like that. Is that something that bands breaking through now? It's kind of an absolute must, or is that something you guys have just naturally done anyway?
Absolutely.
And do you feel a pressure to keep? I mean, from a photography point of view, which is my other sort of gig, but do you guys feel a pressure to keep coming out with new content and keep being on social media and keep being active?
I think you've got to. It's like it is hard, but like it's just that direct connection like that you've got, and I find it fun. it's just like fun to kind of see. You can physically like watch your following build. Like, whereas if you didn't, there's no gauge of how many people are seeing this poster. You don't know. But then on social media, it's like you get. It can be depressing. Like,
Yeah.
If someone doesn't like something, it's there. They've sent you a message. You've read it and you're like, oh, bloody hell, brilliant. You are that accessible.
Yeah, you take the negative along with the
Yeah.
positive, I suppose. So it goes hand in hand, doesn't it?
Necessary evil, I
Yeah,
think.
yeah,
you
that's
know?
exactly how I phrase
Good
it.
and
Yeah,
bad.
it's necessary evil
Because
these days.
you get trolls. I get a lot of trolls, just like people with fake accounts that'll send me like these massive messages, and like you're just thinking like social media is just the breeding ground for the shittest people. Like they hide and they just like send you whatever they want, and it's like could be somebody you know, you don't know, you get paranoid, and it's like.
I suppose nowadays is a godsend for bands breaking.
Oh, absolutely.
through.
To get your music out there, there's no because you've
I
got.
think if you'd have done this 20 years
ago.
ago, what outcome would you have had to get yourself out of that?
Chucking your tape at Stephen.
Yeah, literally. yeah.
The whole what's his name? That threatening guy that faked.
Threatin,
Yeah, he faked a fucking tour because of his social media numbers.
Yes.
That's the only thing. You get so stuck at looking at fucking numbers grow, like you lose touch with fucking humanity, you know. And like that's a perfect example.
Because that fell apart. That was here actually. It was Bristol that fell apart because they booked to play the
Really?
Exchange in
Oh,
Bristol,
right.
and it got pulled out from underneath them, and it just it was just insane.
Mm-hmm.
A comment that you made on one of your posts a couple of days ago. Basically, say you don't say boy fronted, so why do you say girl fronted?
Yeah.
Can you talk around that a little bit?
Maybe you should talk about that.
The boyfriend idea. Well, it's like, oh man, it's like how do you word the start of this? So.
You don't want to.
No, I think you just.
Sorry, I put it on you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think like it wasn't annoying at first because it's a good descriptive word for like that's what it is. We are a girl-fronted band, but then you just get put on certain lineups and it becomes like, oh, this lineup will really work because you're all girl-fronted, and it'll be like complete different genres of music, and they'll be like, when we get who do you sound like, right? People will be like, oh yeah, they sound like this band and this band and this band and this band because they're girl-fronted, and it's like we sound nothing like them bands. It's just because they've got a girl singer. And having a girl singer in a genre of music, it's like
It makes it sound like a fucking novelty.
yeah, it's like
It don't, who gives a fuck if it's a girl or I don't. When I listen to
Good music's good music.
exactly, it doesn't matter who's singing
Yeah.
it or who's playing it. Like,
Yeah, I think for some people, like it kind of puts people aside. Like I feel like when I see a female like performing her own music, like a female, musician, I do feel an extra connection with that. But to just like put them all together as a genre, it just doesn't make any sense.
no.
Not that we like. Completely not that we don't want to play with other like girl-fronted bands or anything like that, but it's just sometimes it just doesn't make sense. Like the bands we end up.
What about in terms of crowd reaction? It's 2019 now. You wouldn't think it'd make a difference. They say good music's good music, but
because it's
do you
still so rare though for girls to be fronting bands. I guess that's why they
I think
still.
to be front in this area of music is probably
it's not
different.
much,
But I mean, girls it's not like girls have only just appeared in music. They've been around since fucking forever, you know. There's always been girls playing music, but it's just like in this type of,
Targina was class at the rocks, Jesus.
in this weird like subgenre of music.
Have you had any kind of negative reaction? Have you played in a venue where people have come along and it's kind of an old school sort of rock and grimy metal venue full of blokes and they've sort of looked at the band and sort of, ugh, go on, impress us then? Have you had any of that, or has it all been fairly positive?
I don't think it's that. Sometimes you meet girls, and I don't connect with this because I've never experienced it, but like when I've got on stage and sang, a lot of the time, I think maybe, I don't know what men think inside, but like sometimes all the
Not a lot.
guys,
There's not a lot going on.
like you get on stage and they're like extra impressed, and they'll be like, wow, like your scream, you're so small, and it's always about, and like it's not offensive, like I think it's cool that I'm small and I scream like the way I do.
Yeah.
And like they'll be like, oh my god, you're so petite and small, and you're like a pretty girl, and like you can scream like that, how? And like, but I think a lot of the time you attract men that come to your gigs like that will just stand at the front and just film you, and they just stand there and they're just like, no, we have it all the time.
I've seen it a few
there's a
times
lot.
actually, to be fair.
And it ruins it sometimes because they're harmless mostly, other than like just kind of, they get pissed, they get absolutely bollocks, and then they're kind of just like slobbering around you and saying, oh my god, you're amazing, and you kind of like, let me just get to some of these like younger people, like it's hard to balance it because a lot of men, I think, come to gigs, and they've said it to us before, like it makes them feel better coming to get like gigs with girls in, because girls will talk to them, whereas like a boy band will kind of be like, thanks mate, see ya. But I get stood with like men like all
into,
night,
like, a fucking agony
telling me
aunt
their
sometimes,
life story, and like, I don't know, I think.
I was going to bring up a problem, but that's totally fine. Yeah, no, I completely get where you're coming from, because I've seen it myself.
Yeah.
I've seen it happen, and I suppose it's just one of those things that's part and parcel. Unfortunately, you're never going to get away from that, really.
It's never really a problem, is it? I never really get any shit for. I don't know about you, Becky. You get any shit for it? Being like a girl in a band.
I don't know. It's mostly like never at gigs, because they're just
comments online.
Yeah, it's only
It
people
is comments
who
online.
can hide behind something.
Gigs, they're too scared to come up to us, and I guess because we are quite loud and a bit like aggressive on stage, they're probably not there. But online,
they'll make some fake profile and then just be like, you suck. Like
the one on the Freaks Like Us video, and what did it say? Something like she makes the perfect slut.
Yeah.
Like, what?
I think he just had a day on a certain website doing a certain thing and was in the mood for a certain type of talk.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, obviously the comment impressed you, because you're just like, oh, that's the sort of guy that I really want to respond to. It's insane, these people are crazy. In terms of the near future, we talked about Gretl Fest, which is going to be a thing. It will happen at some point. But in terms of sort of the next 12, 18 months, what's the plan? Where do you want to be? What do you see happening? Or are you winging it at the moment, are you?
Yeah, I'd say like getting up to the bigger venues.
Bigger venues.
Yeah.
I think we've always talked about we want to keep try and jump on a support tour with a bigger band.
Yeah.
That'd be a really cool experience to do.
yeah, we haven't done much of it. We've supported some bigger bands like the Wild Hearts and Virgin Mary.
I just want to say to my mum and dad, like, I'm going for 2 months like that.
Yeah, we have to go on a proper long one.
Yeah, that's what I want to do.
Because we've played the same venues quite a few times, haven't we?
Yeah.
You do it 1 year, and then you do it another year, the same venue, and return and get more fans, and then it's like when you sell them out, then next time they'll say, right, we'll put you in the big capacity venue.
Yeah.
And that's what they're saying to us now, aren't they? Like next year we'll put you in the bigger venues, and I think it's when you're selling them out that you realise that you're on the rise then. Like, I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Right, it's been amazing. Thank you so much for your time, guys. I really
Thank
appreciate it.
you.
I know it's busy and you've got a hell of a night in. This is one of the hottest venues in the
It's so
world on a
hot.
day like this, so you're gonna need your stamina tonight. Last question, you will be judged on the answer. Individually, should pineapple go on pizza?
No.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bitch, I would put the pizza on a pineapple. I would put the pizza around a fucking pineapple.
I'm with Becky on this one. It must be a Bristol thing. It must be a Bristol
I'd eat
thing.
anything, but
You would
like
eat anything.
anything is vegan, I'll like get it on there. I'm fine. But no, it's a bit of a weird combo.
Agreed.
I don't like it actually. I know you do.
I'm excited.
I'm just pizza generally. Anything that's pizza is all good.
Yeah.
Right, awesome. Thank you very much for your time, guys.
Thank you.